Well, where do you start when you're trying to figure out where your dizziness and vertigo is coming from? Well, a lot of people typically start their ENT. This is a really common way to start this process because they do see a lot of something they call BPPV, or benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. And what they'll do is they'll actually look to see if you have what they call crystals in the ear. Now, typically in the gelatinous area of your inner ear that actually is responsible for balance, there actually are crystals in there, but sometimes they can get dislodged and go into the fluid part of the inner ear. This is what causes the issues with the dizziness. It can actually cause severe nausea as well, because basically your inner ear that's responsible for balance is not able to discern where you are in space. So you become really dizzy and disoriented. So what they would do first is they would actually do a test to figure out what side is actually causing the problem. And from there, they'll do something called an Epley maneuver. These are maneuvers of the head, typically in a lying down position. They'll even give you some things to do at home to train you how to do this. But that will actually put the crystals back in their proper position, and the dizziness should subside if this is the issue that you're having. Now, if that doesn't work and you actually are also having symptoms of what they call ear fullness, that could actually be due to maybe you're having, colder sinus issues. It could actually be caused by seasonal allergies, or you can even have some food sensitivities. The most common ones that we typically see are wheat and dairy that can cause these inflammatory processes that can get those eustachian tubes in your ears really full of fluid when you're having an inflammatory response like that. So by removing those allergens, we actually have a really great homeopathic nasal spray that really helps folks with seasonal allergies and cold symptoms to help kind of flush those sinuses. And that can actually help quite a bit. Now, if both those things, you've gone through that, you've tried everything on that end, those kind of low-hanging fruit areas where, this dizziness and vertigo can come from, it could be something a little bit deeper. It actually could be caused by cervical instability, the upper cervical region in particular. So this is especially true if it continues to progress in severity. So when the ligaments of the neck become stretched or unstable, especially those surrounding C1 or C2, we also call the atlas and the axis, it can cause significant disruption of several cranial nerves, particularly 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All of those are responsible for giving your ear information about where you are in space, balance, things like that. So when the atlas is misaligned, it actually can cause problems in all those areas. So here is the atlas. This right here is the back of the head, and here is your atlas right here. So you have a C0 or the occiput, which is the base of the skull. Then you have C1 or the atlas, and then right below it you have C2. And this is what we call the CCJ, or upper cervical complex, right here. And this is responsible for a lot of things. This right here is the gateway from the brain to the rest of your body. So when this is out of position, it can actually cause serious issues with those particular cranial nerves, leading to symptoms of vertigo. So having a thorough examination by an upper cervical chiropractor to determine whether this area is causing some of these issues, especially if you've gone through all the other possibilities, I do think this is a good thing for you to kind of move into to see if maybe this is the issue. We've helped a lot of people with vertigo and dizziness, and I hope to help you too.